Good morning and welcome to the London live session. This is your host Connor Abrams, and I just want to give you a warm welcome today. It's going to be a big day later on this evening. This morning, just going to take it slow. Markets may be a little bit choppy as we wait for FOMC, the FOMC conference, and interest rates for USD. So this is the highlight of the week here. I may or may not stream FOMC, but this will be very interesting later tonight. So you got interest rates at 8 o'clock, as well as some other FOMC news here. And then you have the press conference at 8:30. So your 9 o'clock candle is going to be where the magic is at. So like I say, may or may not be here for that. But this morning we just got to take it slow. So entered a buy here on gold this morning, just before the stream. And I'll break that down for you guys. I apologize that I couldn't get it in on the stream. You know, I have no power over this kind of thing. Sorry. Yeah, I don't have any power over this kind of thing, but the opportunity was here, so I got involved. And I will explain exactly how I did that. Alright, so your daily candle here is very bearish. We closed below this daily support. So you could expect later for us to fill these wicks, and this is quite a big move, but we have the perfect catalyst for this move now to play out later today. So this move up so far could just be collecting liquidity to drive further down. Right now this is what price is telling us. Other than that, we just have to wait to see the effect of the news. Can't really make predictions. Inflation is still higher than ever. For whatever reason, the Fed believes they have it under control, but you got to take it with a pinch of salt and see what they say in the press conference. Actually going to close half of this trade right here and move my stops to break even. Okay, so what I was seeing here, let me remove this. What I was seeing here in gold was that we had tapped into this very solid support here on a 4-hour, and we had a support formed. We had this previous bullish candle with a strong wick to the upside. Alright, but I was just thinking to myself, although we are bearish, tapping into such a strong support, it's very likely that you see price continue to move up. So let's see a support formed on this new 4-hour candle. Alright, and that's exactly what happened. We formed a support on a 30-minute. I waited for this 30-minute to form a wick and got involved basically round about here at 1860, 800. Stop loss below the current candle or below the support here, and I'm going to try target this level here at 1825, 900. Looking at yesterday, we had a 4-hour support over there, a 4-hour resistance, and that candle still doesn't have a top wick. And even though it was quite a few candles ago, you could still highly likely see price drive up into that area. So very simply, 4-hour is bullish. This 4-hour here closed with a wick to possibly fill. Alright, so as you can see on the lower time frame, that wick there was this pullback, and then on your new 4 hour we formed a support to then fill the wick. Very simple. That's what I've taken advantage of this morning, and we will see if there's anything else we can take advantage of. The issue I have with taking buys within this range is all of these wicks right here. Definitely may be an issue. So we just have to be cautious. Like I say, things may be quite slow this morning. Don't expect to see price move, 70 pips right now. And then for GJ I've already marked up as well, but let's zoom out a little bit here. Alright, so plain and simple, we've got our resistance right over here, we've got our support over here. So waiting for a break of this resistance to move up to fill this range here. We've got about 50 pips there, or a break below support, and you've got about 50 pips moving down. So now we pushed down quite a bit, alright, and now we've had this pullback. So we should, in this bearish structure, move back down to support. I didn't really want to take any trades within this range, but looking at a lower time frame here, okay, we had this support on an hourly, which we closed below on our previous hourly candle, and now this candle drove straight down, but we've actually pulled back up, tapped into that support now, and you can see on the lower time frame how that is forming a resistance here. So 8 o'clock, we could very well have sells here on GJ, moving back down to support. We need the new candle to open. I'm not too sure if I would like to have a stop loss above this wick. Although if our 15-minute candle is closing this strong, maybe we get involved on the closure here. We also have resistance right over here, which we are closing above. Well, your hourly candle is closing in 30 seconds, so let's just see if we do close above. But you got your resistance right over here. Let's remove this. And this range right here is about 20 pips moving up. We do have a little bit of range there. Okay, let's see GJ. Strong bearish closure, and we are pulling up, so let's just wait a few seconds here. We can see maybe we enter on the break of the low here. Okay, going to take an entry on the flip of this candle here, or on the break of its own low. So let's give it a second here. Going to take an entry at right there. I'm just going to put the stop loss above the previous 15-minute candle, and going to target the next support area. Looking left, right there is your next support. Gold moving up nicely. Okay, so that got away from us. Would have possibly been a nice entry, maybe on the flip of that candle. Was a little bit tricky. In terms of stop loss placement, it was definitely going to be a tough one. Okay, it looks like we're breaking the hourly low. At this point, there's a very high probability that we move down into the support here. And right here at the support, we'll be moving stops to break even. And maybe securing half of our position there at 24 pips. Close my entire position here on gold. Sorry I couldn't get an entry for you guys. So I'd really like to see this 15-minute candle drive down to support here, or at least close bearish. If we are closing bullish above this minor support here on the 15, sorry, if we are closing bullish above support, I will close the entire position. Great stuff, Ian. Yeah, if you looking at the 4 hour, it looked really good to move up and fill that wick. So you just had to wait for that support. It was quite straightforward. Nice one, brother. This level I marked up here was just the 4 hour support. So I just wanted to be aware of where that was. But we are below that level. I think if we re-break these highs, maybe I'll close half. Like I say, if we close bullish above support on the 15, I'm going to close full. We also have GBP interest rates tomorrow. Okay, so that is in the afternoon after London session. So tomorrow morning gold should be pumping, alright? If we get a continuation from the move from tonight's news, then we could see some nice movement on gold tomorrow morning. But GBP might be slow tomorrow morning because of interest rates in the afternoon. So then Friday morning GBP should be pretty good if we get a continuation of whatever results from the news. Okay, well, we closed bullish here on a 5-minute. So Got 2 minutes here for your 15-minute candle to close. Sorry, I've been muted. I was just saying this trade from yesterday, our GJ trade, we hit TP for 90 pips. This moved down all the way to the support. Entered on this candle here and targeted the support. There's still a very high probability price could drive down, as obviously we are respecting the highs here of the previous candle, and in fact we have broken the lows, so we could still see price drive down. But the issue I have here is we are breaking these highs now, creating new highs, so that is not ideal. But what I'll do is, if we break above these wicks here, I'll close full. Oh, and the stupid gold trade as well. Took gold sells here on this candle on the break of these lows and had the stop loss above this area here. We pulled back and I decided to close the entire position before price pushed down to our target here. So, is what it is. Okay, so right here I'm gonna close half. Looking left, we have this level here that we are tapping into. So it could be a nice area for price to reject and drive down. Look at this level over here, how we rejected this area. 30th, 31st of May, 1st of June, 2nd of June. We had quite a few taps into this level right here, where price is tapping into now. You've got just less than 8 minutes here on the 30-minute candle. So if we're closing bullish on the 30-minute candle, then we've basically formed a support down here at 161.840. I need to see some sort of pushback down here. We did have a rejection on this previous 5 minute, and we are tapping back into that level. So let's see if we start to push down here. Like I say, got just about 7 minutes left of the 30-minute candle. If we're closing so bullish, it's going to be wise to probably just close out the entire position. If we close a slightly weaker bullish candle with a bigger wick than the body, then I'll just leave the trade in as is, and may even re-add some of that position back on the flip of the hourly candle, basically where our entry is right there. Just keeping an eye on the 5 minute here, because obviously in order for the 30 minute to close weaker bullish or even bearish, at this point we would need this 5 minute candle here, the last 5 minute of this 30 minute candle. We would need it to drive down. So I'm wanting to see how are we reacting to that area there, and it does seem as though we are rejecting. So let's give this a chance here. We've got 4.5 minutes. Okay, it's got 2 minutes left here. I kind of want to see this 30 minute candle close basically below the body here of this previous candle, because if it's closing above then you could call that like an engulfing candle. And if we have a bullish engulfing candle right there, then you could possibly see price move higher here. Even though we have respected the highs here of the previous 15 minute. Sorry, not the previous 15 minute, but this previous 30-minute candle here. This 15-minute candle here looks more how I want the 30-minute to look, with a strong wick and a weak body. Alright, didn't close quite the way I wanted the candle to. Like I say, you've got quite a strong bullish candle here. But we have now formed resistance here on the 5 minutes. So let's give this trade a bit more of a chance here. Already closed half, and if we do happen to break these highs here, we'll just close full. Keep in mind your hourly candle is still open as well. I'm not too concerned or in a rush to add back that partial position that I closed until possibly we get a nice bearish closure on the hourly. Probably not even bother. I did say that I'd possibly add half of that position back as this candle flipped, but the thing is, to add more risk now, we're coming into 9 o'clock London Open. I don't want to be adding any more risk at this point in time. So far so good, but if this candle rips back up and flips bullish, I'm going to close the entire position, because at that point then we could see this previous wick fold and then possibly move up into resistance. So just got to be aware here of what could possibly happen. Okay, we've broken the previous 15-minute low here. So what I'll do at this point is just move my stop to above this previous 15-minute high. Alright, looks like your 15-minute is pushing back up. So like I say, if this 15-minute candle flips bullish, then at that point I'm going to close the entire position. Because if that candle flips bullish, then there's a higher probability that we then fill this previous candle's wick here. So don't forget to keep an eye out for the stream this evening. I may be streaming FOMC. I haven't completely decided just yet. So if you're joining today, thank you for joining. Please leave a like And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that if I do stream FOMC tonight, you do not miss it. It's going to be a crazy move on gold, I'm sure. Your 15-minute candle is about to close in 30 seconds. If we close like that, we could potentially still see price drive down, but right now it's not looking too good. But since we flipped right at the close, you know, if I were waiting for an entry, I wouldn't enter on that flip. I would have waited for the close. So just like waiting for an entry, I want to wait to close here. Although we have now broken that high, I'm going to close out full, guys. Okay. Alrighty, well, not gonna take any more trades here this morning. So that is the stream for the day. Like I say, turn on your notifications. We may have a stream later today. Other than that, I hope you enjoy your day further. Thank you for joining the stream, and I'll either see you later or tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Thanks.